Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. A Hazleton man is facing felony charges after police responded to a call on Thursday. Estarlin Contreras Mejia is facing counts of sexual assault, corruption of a minor, unlawful contact with a minor, involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, and 2 counts of indecent assault without consent. Arrest papers say that Hazleton police responded to a call at a residence on South Pine Street for a report of a juvenile female who was sexually assaulted. According to the victim, she and Mejia were sitting on separate couches in the living room before he moved to the couch she was on. He pulled out his phone and showed the victim pornographic videos, which made her pull away. Mejia pulled her back to watch the video as he groped the victim between the legs and chest. Mejia then stood up and pulled his pants down before he heard a noise from the kitchen, which was a family member of the victim. He went to assist the family member and then called the victim out there, where he forced her down to the ground and performed a sexual act on her. The victim was able to get away and police were notified. Contreras Mejia was arraigned by Magisterial District Judge Edward Lewis, who denied bail. He is currently lodged at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility. 2 individuals were hospitalized after a fire broke out at a residence in Tamaqua. On Monday night, firefighters responded to a fire at the 100 block of Pine Street near the Tamaqua Community Arts Center. The house was heavily damaged by the blaze as smoke was sent to the Arts Center. Firefighters battled the flames for over 2 hours. A man and a woman were rescued from the porch roof of the house and were taken to the hospital due to inhaling excessive smoke. The cause of the fire remains unknown, as the state police fire marshal is on the scene for an investigation. We have important information that may affect your daily commute. Tomorrow, October 29th, lane restrictions will be in place between exit 143 Hazleton and exit 145 West Hazleton on the northbound side of Interstate 81. The restrictions are being made for bridge deck patching. Drivers in a work zone are advised to follow the posted speed limit, turn headlights on, pay attention to any signage or flaggers, and to avoid distractions. The restrictions will wrap up at 3:00 p.m. October 29th. Lehigh Valley Health Network will be dropping United Healthcare, a move that can increase the medical costs for more than 70,000 patients. LVHN says they've been negotiating with United Healthcare for a new contract for 2 years, but have not come to an agreement. If no contract agreements are made in the near future, Medicare Advantage contracts will end on January 25, 2026. Additionally, LVHN will drop commercial insurance policies with United Healthcare on April 25, 2026. This move will not only affect the legacy LVHN locations. Jefferson Health, the parent company to LVHN, has separate contracts with United Healthcare. We have another update on the Edwardsville shooting last week. The victim has been identified by Coroner Dion Fernandez as 37-year-old Kevin Spencer of Orange, New Jersey. At this time, there has not been an arrest made in connection to Spencer's death. Court documents have identified Hafasuya Karim Dunn of Wilkes-Barre as a person of interest due to him firing shots into the apartment which took the life of Spencer. Karim Dunn has been charged with discharging a firearm into the structure and illegal possession of a firearm, but is not charged in connection with the homicide. Coming up on WYLN News, a free bingo event is coming up and we have all the details for it. Plus, we got a warning for drivers as a certain animal's breeding season is just around the corner. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. If you were saved by the bell and made epic mixtapes, it's time for a mammogram. Screenings help find breast cancer early when it's more treatable. Schedule today at lvhn.org/mammo. We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
It's the 47th annual American Cancer Society Greater Hazleton Unit Telethon, fighting every cancer for every life. Join us Saturday, November 15th from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts in Hazleton, or watch us live on WYLN TV 35. Tune in for all the entertainment, and please make a pledge Saturday, November 15th for the 47th annual American Cancer Society Telethon.
For a better customer experience, visit Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. Fairway Subaru has been providing generations of customers with Subarus. With exceptional customer service they've come to expect. Check out our selection in person or at fairwaysubaru.com. Fairway Subaru, the right car, the right price, the right dealer.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, if you know of anybody that's addicted to anything, Grayson is a specialist to give you some clarity, to change their life and your life. So please, watch this week's show.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Faculty at Luzerne County Community College plan to strike next week unless the union receives a new contract. The LCCC Association of Higher Education delivered a notice of intent to strike delivered to LCCC President John Udachak. The notice says that the strike will begin immediately if LCCC fails to reach an agreement by midnight November 5th. Thanksgiving season is coming up, and the Heritage Hill senior community wants to give back to the community. On November 18th at 2 o'clock p.m., the senior community is hosting everyone's favorite game of Chance Bingo. You can have the chance to win gift cards and other prizes. This event is free of admission, and a reservation is required by November 14th. To reserve your seat, call 570-427-4500 or email Rachel Tim at rtim@heritagehillsenior.com. Get ready for an extra hour of sleep this weekend. Daylight savings ends this Sunday at 2 o'clock a.m. Be sure to set your clocks back an hour before going to bed. It is also a good time to check and, if necessary, change batteries in your home's smoke detectors and carbon monoxide alarms. Halloween is coming up, and there is a chance to grab free treats and books near you. The Hazleton Area Public Library will be giving out free candy and children's books starting tomorrow on October 29th through the 31st. Children are welcome to stop by the front desk while supplies last. The library is open from 9 o'clock a.m. till 8 o'clock p.m. at 55 North Church Street in Hazleton. This message goes out to all drivers. It is the mating season for deer, also known to others as the rut. This specific time runs from mid-October through November and takes place in northern states. This warning is in regards to drivers on roads, streets, and even highways, specifically near wooded areas, as deer during this time are not the most intelligent creatures. Bucks will compete for does, and their increased activity makes a much higher risk for vehicle collisions. Drivers should still follow the rules of signs and not go over speed limits, but now should also be wary of what could randomly start crossing the street without looking both ways. Coming up on Whitehaven's News Choice, we see what Trooper Anthony Petrosky has in store for us this week on Trooper Talk Tuesday. Plus, WYLN historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Frackville Part 2. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Pete Kasalika in the Greater Hazleton area today.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide.
1-800-215-3680.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another segment of Trooper Talk Tuesday. I'm Trooper Anthony Petrosky, Trooper and Public Information Officer. Today I'm talking to you a little bit about vehicle safety, mainly on the interstates. So, when you're driving on the interstate, the number one thing you need to do is keep your eyes on the road. I know that sounds very obvious, but as a state trooper, I have to reiterate that all the time. Maintain eyes on the road. The reason why is there's so many distractions. The main distraction is our cell phones. Now we know, as of April of this year, it is illegal to have your phone in your hand while you're driving a car or even stopped at a stoplight or red light. Now, it's like that for a reason. We want you to maintain your focus on the road at all times. If you need to utilize your phone, you need to pull over, put the vehicle in park, and then use your phone. Now, brings me to my next point. Vehicles parked on the side of the road, mainly the interstates. It's not illegal if you're pulling over because you have to change a tire or you have to use your phone or maybe check your directions. But we don't want you parking there for a long time because cars can veer off the road and there could be a crash. So if you do need to pull off the side of the road while you're on the interstate, please put your four-ways on, pull off the road in its entirety. Make sure that you are way over to the right of the fog line, nowhere near the road. Keep your four-ways on until you're back on the road and use your blinker when you're merging back into the lane. Now, drivers, we have to understand that there are going to be vehicles possibly parked on the side of the interstate while we're driving. Again, maintain eyes on the road at all time and realize these vehicles are here in case you need to pull off to the road. Again, keeping our eyes on the road at all times will maintain safety not only for you as the driver, but for everybody else who are on the road. Let's keep these facts in check and let's remember the next time we're traveling to ensure safety for everybody on the roads. Thanks for tuning in for another Trooper Talk Tuesday. I'll catch you back here on WYLN.
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox Premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns. As Frackville grew in the late 1800s, it, like many similar anthracite region towns, saw an influx of immigrants from all over the world. Each group would build their own churches with their own religious rites. St. Peter's United Church of Christ, Zion Lutheran Church, the Methodist Episcopal Church, and St. Michael's Ukrainian Catholic Church were but a few of the houses of worship that would take root on the mountain. Industry also took root in Frackville as the century turned. Like with much of the rest of Schuylkill County, textile manufacturing would be big business for the community. The William E. Bellis Garment Factory, which was later reused as the Martin Dress Factory, the H.D. Bob Shirt Factory, the Charles Rabin Factory, which made bathrobes and smoking jackets and at one time had a contract for Jackie Gleason, and the Model Garment Factory were just a few of the institutions that pumped out clothing for America and the world. Other businesses besides textiles would also make their mark in Frackville. The Pennsylvania Saw Company made high-quality vanadium saws for several years. After it had closed, it then became the Robbins Door and Sash Company's factory. With the rising population, a town high school became a necessity for Frackville as well. The first high school would open in 1886 at the corner of Frack and Balliet Streets. Later to be renamed the Town Clock Building for the large clock added atop its roof in later years, it would later be given the name Roosevelt School in 1925, by which time it had been converted to an elementary school. A second high school would be built and opened in 1893 at the junction of Frack Street and Broad Mountain Avenues. Originally called the East Side School, it would later, after converting to elementary-only status, be called the Franklin School. It was replaced in 1914 by a third high school, this one called the Lincoln School. While it too would become an elementary school, it, unlike its predecessors, still stands today as an apartment complex. The fourth and longest-lasting Frackville High School opened in 1925 at the corner of Oak and Center Streets. Known as the Washington School, it would be expanded in the 1950s. Countless generations of Frackville Mountaineers passed through its halls until Frackville High School was merged, along with high schools in Ashland and Gilberton, into the North Schuylkill School District in 1967. The Washington School also served as Frackville Elementary School until the mid-2000s. Today is the site of Frackville's Borough Hall. Due to Frackville's location high on a mountain, it proved difficult for trolley lines to reach it during the decades when the trolley became ubiquitous across America. This hurdle would finally be conquered in 1905 when the Schuylkill Electric Railway Company's trolley line was built north from St. Clair to Frackville. In 1916, it would be extended through Frackville proper and north to intersect with the rest of the trolley company's established lines. By that time, however, the automobile was starting its rise to prominence, and the trolley's time was fading. Trolley service in Frackville would only last a short time before being discontinued in 1927. The tracks, though, would remain in the streets until they were torn up in August 1944. With the rise of the automobile, roads would be built to accommodate them. In Frackville, there had previously been an old stagecoach road heading down Broad Mountain toward Gilberton, which passed through a tunnel at the mountain's peak before starting its descent. A new automobile tunnel, carrying one lane of traffic on what was originally designated Pennsylvania Route 142, opened in 1911. It carried cars down a steep grade, with a very sharp left turn halfway down that was the scene of many accidents, into the town of Maysville before continuing 3 miles northeast to Shenandoah. A wider tunnel, able to carry 2 lanes of traffic, was constructed alongside the original in 1937 in conjunction with improvements to the road down the mountain. This tunnel's opening on October 7, 1937, featured a car parade along the new route to Shenandoah and back. Due to frequent bottlenecks down Maysville, where Route 142 intersected with what was then Route 45, this routing was bypassed with the construction of the Gold Star Highway in 1963. A 4-lane divided highway all the way from Frackville to Shenandoah, it was named in honor of the area's World War II Gold Star mothers that had lost a son in combat. The Gold Star Highway offered an easier grade up and down the mountain than the previous ran through Maysville. The 1937 tunnel atop Broad Mountain was torn down in 1992, although its concrete abutments can still be glimpsed as one drives past on what is now Route 924. The 1911 tunnel still stands next to the roadway, but has been filled in. Just west of Frackville, an alternate educational institution was founded around this time. What was originally called the Immaculate Heart Academy opened in 1927 in nearby Fountain Springs. Originally run by the Sisters, servants of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, it was originally intended as an all-girls school. It was changed to a coeducational Catholic facility in 1952 and switched to the name Immaculate Heart High School. With the closing of Ashland's St. Joseph's High School and Girardville's Catholic High School of the same name in 1956, Immaculate Heart took in students from these schools and expanded its reach in the area. In 1967, it would change its name again to Cardinal Brennan High School, in honor of Shenandoah's Cardinal Francis Brennan, the first American to reach the rank of cardinal. Brennan passed away a year later without having the chance to visit the school, but it carried on his name with honor for decades to come. Cardinal Brennan High School was closed by the Diocese of Allentown in 2007 as part of its consolidation of Catholic schools in the diocese. The school building still stands today, however. Fountain Springs would also be the site of several breweries in the early 20th century. While many coal region breweries such as Yuengling's, Kyer, and the Columbia Brewing Company would have long years in business, however, none of these breweries would last long. The first and perhaps most successful was the William E.C.M. and Henry R. Engel and Schmidt Brewery, which opened for business in 1897. It would operate through 1909. A new company, the Fountain Springs Brewing Company, opened in its stead the same year. It was open for 11 years, before the onset of Prohibition in 1920 forced its shutdown, with the federal government seizing the brewery when it was found trying to circumvent the national no-beer order. Once the ban on alcohol ended in 1933, a third brewery quickly stepped in to try and resume production. The Pure Springs Brewing Company had the capacity to produce 3,000 barrels of low-alcohol near beer per month and used pure mountain water in its brewing process. Its operating career, however, would be cut short on January 15, 1934, when a fire broke out in the boiler house and then spread to the rest of the complex. While the beer that had recently been brewed at the facility was able to be saved, the brewery itself was a total loss, with damages estimated close to $1.5 million in today's money. It would not be rebuilt, and the owner would later serve time for tax fraud and making the brewery a front for an alcohol diverting ring. Frackville itself would also be home to a mostly unsuccessful brewery, the Frackville Brewing Company, which did business at the corner of Middle and Chestnut Streets for exactly 1 year before closing in 1934.
Hi, my name is Melania. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.